Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve your math exam paper. So I'm going to give you all this. I'm going to explain all the solutions over here. So let's start with question number two. So question number two states that you have to prove that A divided by B plus C is not equals to A divided by B plus A divided by C. Okay, so it means that. Okay, so now we have to prove this thing. What are the values of A, B, C given? A is minus 15, B is equals to 2 and C is equals to 1. So let's start with my LHS. So I'm going to solve my LHS part. So after solving LHS, if I put down the values, my A is minus 15. Okay, B is 2, my C is 1, which is 3. So my answer will be minus 15 by 3, which will be equals to minus 5, right? 3 5s are 15, so it will be minus 5. So why minus 5? Because my negative divided by positive will give me negative symbol, and 15 divided by 3 will give me 5. That's why my answer will be minus 5. So my LHS will be minus 5. So this answer I got as minus 5. Now let's do the RHS. Let's solve the RHS part. Okay. Uh, okay. So let's solve the RHS part. So in RHS, minus 15 divided by 2, A by B I have to write it is minus 15 by 2 plus A by C, which is minus 15 divided by 1. So minus 15 divided by 2 is 2 5s are 15, 2 7s are 14, 2 8s are 16. So I know it is, if I actually do this division of minus 15 divided by 2, 2 7s are 14 will come minus, so it will be, so here I'm just going to write 15 inside. I'm not going to take. Okay, so 2 7s are 14. So it will be, wait. So it will be 1. If I divide, minus subtract 14 from 15, I'll get 1. And since we don't have any other number after 15, so I'm going to put a decimal point. So I'll get 0 here. So 2 5s are 10. Okay, so your answer will be minus 7.5. Why minus? Because negative divided by positive will give me negative answer, and we know what 15 divided by 2 will come. It was 7.5 minus 15 divided by 1 is 15 only. Any number divided by 1 is the number itself. That's why I'll get minus 15. So 9 minus minus same sign. So I'm going to add them. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I will get minus 22.5, right? So my answer would be minus 22.5, okay? Minus 22.5, okay? So we have clearly proved that LHS is not equal to RHS, because my LHS was minus 5 and RHS was minus 22.5, right? So if you have done properly your LHS part, you will get 1 marks. If you have done properly your RHS marks, you will get 1 mark. And at last, if you have written this LHS is not equals to RHS, then you will get another 1 mark. So total marks is 3 marks. Now let's go to question number 3rd. Okay. Let me just get the PDF. Yes. Now let me solve question number 3rd for you. So question number 3rd says that, so I'm writing it here. Question number 3rd. So I want all of you to write given. Okay. So if you have written the given, okay. So what is the given in this question? So given in this question is, a fruit merchant earns a profit of rupees 6 per bag of orange sold. So 1 bag of orange sold, how much profit he is making? So I'm denoting profit with plus, and I will write 6 rupees 6 per bag. Okay, so he's gaining the profit of rupees 6 per bag. So I'll write profit of rupees 6 per bag, and then it is written and loss of rupees 4 per bag of grapes sold. So 1 bag of grapes is equals to -4 per bag. So minus denotes the loss. So there is a loss of 4 rupees per bag, and with the orange sold, he's getting profit of rupees 6 per bag. That is already given me in this question. Now let's see the A part. A part is telling me merchant sells 1800 bags of oranges. So for A part, what is the given? How much merchant is selling? 1800 bags of oranges are sold is first bit of information, and second is 2500 bags of grapes. 2500 bags of grapes. Okay, this much is sold. Now it is asking me what is the profit or loss. So what I have to find here, what is profit or loss. Okay, so you can see already there is so much of information which is already given in this question to me, right? So let's do the solution of this question. Let me just delete this part so that I get a lot of space to cover. So let's find the solution. Let's write the solution. So I know that if I sell one bag, I'm getting profit of rupees 6. So I know that one bag of orange will give me rupees 6 profit. Okay, so for 1800 bags, how much profit I should get? 1800 into 6, which will be 18 6 is 10800. Okay, now with 2500, so it will be plus because it is my profit. 10,800 rupees profit he has made by selling 1800 bags of oranges. For 2500 bags of grapes, let's see what happens. Okay, so for my one bag of grapes, I am getting minus rupees 4. So for 2500 bags, how much loss will happen? 2400 into minus 4, which is 25 into 4 you do, which will be 100 and 00. So I'll be minus 10,000. So basically minus 10,000 rupees is the loss by selling the grapes. So now I'm just continuing this side. So I know 10,000. So total will be rupees 10,800 minus rupees 10,000, right? So because signs are different, I'm going to anyway subtract. So I'll get rupees 800. Because my answer is in positive, that's why it's a profit. So he made a profit of rupees 800. That is your answer for A part. Now let's see what is the B part. So let's remove this and let's see the B part. So I'm just removing what is given here also. So you will see that already there is so much already given in the question, right? So if you see carefully what are the details given in the question, you'll be able to solve the question very quickly. So I need to upload this so that we'll be able to see properly what is the B part. Yes. So B part tells, so B part given is, what is the number of bags of oranges to be sold to have neither profit nor loss if the number of grapes bags sold is 900 bags. So it is saying number of grapes bags sold is 400, is how much? Is 900 basically. So is 900, and this merchant is not making any profit or loss, not making any profit or loss. So this much information is already given to me. Now let's see what is the solution. Okay. So in the question, it is telling me number of grapes bags sold is 900, right? So with the one bag sold, I am making minus 4 rupees per bag loss, right? And for 900 bags, how much loss I will have? 900 into minus 4, which is minus 3600. So this much loss he is making by selling 900 bags, right? So as to make no loss or profit, what have we have to find also in this question? I have to find how many bags of oranges he has sold. So how many bags of oranges he has sold, right? This we have to find. Okay, so I already know that he's making 3600 of loss. So as to make no profit, no loss, he has to make the profit of 3600, right? Then only I will get minus 3600 plus 3600 is equals to 0. So my if I say profit or loss is equals to 0, it's already given to me in the question. It is also given to me that he has already made minus 3600 of loss by selling 900 bags of grapes. Now in the question they are asking me how many oranges I have sold, how many oranges bags I have sold. Okay, so for us to get the profit of 3600, how many bags of oranges I will sell? So one bag, how much profit I am making? 6 rupees, rupees 6. So to make 3600 of profit, like x into 6 is equal, should become 3600, right? Number right now here I don't know, and into minus 4, so into 6 I have done. So to find the number of bags, so what I'm going to do, I have to do division. If I divide the first equation with 6 on both the sides, on LHS as well as RHS, I will get x is equals to 3600 divided by 6. 6 6 are 36. So how many bags? 600 bags. So basically he is selling 600 bags of oranges to get zero profit and zero loss. So the answer for this question is rupees 600. Understood? Now let's see the question number 4 quickly. So question number 4 is saying find the product with suitable properties for the following. So you have to apply the suitable properties to find these products. For the first question, just give me a minute. Yes. So let's do the first question. Okay. So the first question is 16 into minus 34 plus minus 34 into minus 18 into minus 18. That's the question, right? Yes. So this is the question. I can see that minus 34 and minus 34 are repeating. So, and there are two different numbers here and they are in multiplication and there is a addition sign in between. By looking at the question, I can say that I have to apply the distributive property. So what property we are going to apply? Distributive property in this question. So what is distributive property? Tells me A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C, right? So already the question is given me in this format. I can change the question and write it in this format because both the things are same. With both the things I'm going to get the same answer. So here my A would be minus 34 because that's the number which is repeating. Then my B will be 16 and my C will be minus 18. Now put all these things, put all these values here. So if I write minus 34, B 16 plus minus 18, right? Now since here my signs are different, if the signs are different, what we are going to do? If the signs are different, I'm going to subtract. If I subtract, I will get 18 minus 16 is 2, and because 18 is greater and 18 has negative sign, so my answer will also have negative sign. So it will be minus 34 into minus 2, right? into minus 2. So 34 into 2 is 68, minus into minus is plus. So my answer will be plus 68. Understood? That's your answer. And you have to apply distributive property in this. Now let's go and see the second part. What property we can apply in second part. So second part is shortcut associative property. And what does associative property tells me? Associative property tells me that, wait, yes. So second is 23 into minus 36 into 10. So which property we can apply? We can apply associative property in this. So what associative property tells me? Associative property tells me is A into B into C is equals to A into B into C. So it doesn't matter which two pairs you take first and multiply it, you will always going to get the same answer. So here I felt that doing this multiplication is easier first. Okay, so that's why I'm going to solve this, because any number multiplied with 10 is easier to solve. So I will get 23 into minus 360, right? Minus 36 into 10 will get 360. So my question will be 360 into 23. Now, if you want, you can again apply the distributive property in this question. You can apply distributive property in this question. Why distributive property? You can break 23 into 20 plus 3. So it will be 360 into 20 plus 3. Why I have done that? Because it is easier for me to multiply any number with 20 and any number with 3, right? Now if I apply the distributive property which says that A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. So what this will look like? Minus 360 into 20 plus minus 360 into 3. Okay. uh 6 to the 12th, it was 36 into 2. I'm just going to do 36 into 2, which will be 72, and I'm going to just add two zeros here, and minus into plus will give me minus, plus again I'm just going to do 36 into 3. I will directly write 0 of the answer directly here. 6 3s are 18, 3 and 9 108, and again this will be minus, because minus into plus is minus. Both the signs are minus, so I'm going to directly add them. So because same signs we add, so it will be minus 0 8 2 8. So minus 8280 is your answer, right? But basically your first, so in this question mandatory you have to apply associative property. In this also, if you're directly solving and giving the answer, it's okay, I'm going to give you full marks. But if you have done if you have applied the distributive property after this, well and good, because that's what you should have applied. Okay. Now let's move to the fifth question. So this is what we were doing. We were doing question number 4 ka second part we have done. Now let's move to the fifth question. Yes. So here it is easy. You have to put the sign. So let's do question number 5th. Question number 5th, A part, minus 9 plus minus 28. And there is a sign minus 9 minus of minus 28. Okay, so there are two parts of this question. So I'm taking this as LHS part and I'm taking this as RHS part, and then trying to solve both of them and see which sign should come in between in both of these. So let's try to solve LHS. So when I solve LHS, I get minus 9 plus minus 28, same sign. So I'm going to add them. 28 plus 9 will give me 37, and because the sign is negative, my answer is minus 37 in this. Now do the RHS part. Minus 9 minus of minus 28. So basically I'm doing subtraction of two integers. I'm going to convert the minus operator into plus and take the additive inverse of minus 28, which will be plus 28. So my will be minus 9 plus 28. So this question, so here I'm subtracting 9 from 28. Why? Because these are of different signs. If the signs are different, we subtract. So 28 minus 9 will give me 19. And because 28 is greater, so I'll get plus 19. So which one is greater, minus 37 or plus 19? Obviously plus 19 is greater, so that's why the sign will be like this. Okay, now let's solve the B part. Let's solve the B part of the question. Question fifth, B part. What is the B part? It is saying 25 plus minus 14 minus 18. Then there is a dash, and the other part is, and the other part is 25 plus minus 14. Wait, I have to write it down because it's not going to. So the other part tells me 25 plus minus 14 of minus 18. Okay, these are the two parts of the question, and I have to find which one is greater. So let's solve the LHS first. So if I solve the LHS, what will I get? 25 plus minus 14 of minus 18. So it will be 25. So let's solve this first. Plus minus of 14. So I'm adding two numbers. Signs are different. So if signs are different, I'm going to subtract 14 from 25. So if I subtract 6 plus 5 is 11. So I'm going to get plus 11 as an answer. If I subtract 14 from 25, I get 11 as an answer because 25 is a greater number. That's why I have plus sign. Now take the remaining part of the question, which I'm going to write minus 18. So here again, if I say the signs are different, plus 11 and minus 18, I'm going to directly subtract them. In this case, my answer will be plus, and my sign will be minus because 18 was greater and 18 had minus sign. That's my answer will also have minus sign. So the answer will be minus 7. Now let's see the RHS part. Let's do the first part of the question, which we already know. The answer is plus 11. Okay. So I got plus 11 as an answer. Now I'm doing minus of minus 18. So I know that I'm doing subtraction. So I'm going to take take the convert the minus operator into plus and take the additive inverse of minus 8, which will be plus 18. So my answer will be 11 plus 18, which will be 29, and plus 29. So obviously plus 29 is greater than minus 7. So the sign will be like this. So that's their answer. Now let's move to question number 6. So I'm going to, in question number 6, write all the given parts of first and second question and first at one go, so that I'll get some space to solve here. Yes. So let's do question number 6. Okay. So what is given in the question number 6? Given is Gurpreet attempts Gurpreet uh, Gurpreet attempts all in a class test containing 15 questions. So how many questions they are doing? 15 questions, and 4 marks are given for every correct question. So 4 marks for correct answer, and minus 2 for every incorrect answer. Okay, that they have already given. Now, first part given is Gurpreet attempts all questions. So Gurpreet did all the questions. So all 15 questions. Okay. And but only 9 of her answers are correct. So 9 are correct. Okay. What is her total score? So what I have to find? Her total score. That is your first question. Now let's look at the second question, what is given. So in second part, it is given one of her friends get only 5 answers correct. So one of her friends got, Gurpreet friends got 5 answers correct. Okay. What will be her score? So Gurpreet friend score you have to find. Okay. So this is the question given. So now let's try to do the A part, first part. Okay, so I'm solving first part here. So they are saying Gurpreet has attempted all questions. So say if he has attempted all the questions, so solution of first part. Okay, so if he has if he has attempted all 15 questions, if 9 are correct, so how many incorrect questions are there? How many incorrect questions, which is 15 minus 9, which will be 6, right? So incorrect, 6 incorrect questions he has done, right? So I know for each, for one correct, what is the marks, what marks I'm going to get? +4. For incorrect, it is going to be -2, right? So for 9 correct answers, I'm going to get 9 into 4, right? Plus for 6 incorrect answers, I'm going to get 6 into -2. That is the equation which we have to solve. So 9 fours are 36, plus 6 twos are 12, -12. So I'll get +24 as an answer. So that the score, Gurpreet scored 24 marks. Okay, that's what you got. Now let's look at the second part. Now let's look at the second part of the question. Friends, so Gurpreet friend, Gurpreet friend has attempted 5 correct. So how many incorrect questions she has attempted? So it would be 15 minus 5, because total number of questions are 15, and if she has done 5 correct, so how many correct it will be? 15 minus 5, which will be 10 incorrect questions. So her score will be how many correct questions she has done? 5. So 5 into 4 plus 10 into -2. Okay. So 5 fours are 20, plus 10 into -2, plus into minus minus, so -20. So the 0. So her friend has scored 0 marks. Okay. That's the answer for question number 6, first and second part. Now let's see question number 7. So just give me one moment so that I just clear the whole thing. And yes, now let me get the PDF so that we can see what is question number 7. Okay. So many of you had doubt in question number 7. So let me just explain you what this question was saying. Question number 7 is saying write a positive and negative integer whose, so A part is whose sum is -4. Sum is -4. So what is sum? Sum means addition, in case if you don't know. So I have to find a plus b is equals to -4. In this, one is positive integer and another is negative number. Okay, so you have to add one positive number and negative number such that answer is -4, right? Suppose if I take imagine this on number line. Okay, so 1 2 3 -1 -2 -3. So suppose if I take my positive number as 3. Okay, so if I take positive number as 3, what is the other number I should write here, add, so that I get -4 as an answer? Okay, so so you can start by taking any positive integer. So here I have taken 3, and then you have to think of a negative number, so that if I add these two numbers, I should get -4, right? So if you think about this, so here is 3, right? And I have to reach to -4. Okay. So if I am here and if I have to reach here, what I should do? I should move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 steps, and that also in this direction. So I have to do 3 plus -7. So even if you solve this, you will get -4 as an answer. So how you can solve such questions? You can think of one number which was a positive number 3. Then you, because you have to think of another number as a negative number, and also you have to get -4 as an answer. You can imagine on the number line, or you can also think like or you can also solve this equation also. So suppose if one number I have thought of 3, then what will happen? I will take 3 on that side, so it will become -3, so it will be -7. The if you don't know this procedure of doing, then you can think on number line also, or you can normally think also, what should I add in 3 so that I can get -4 as an answer. Okay, that's how you have to do this. So there are 3 ways of doing this, which I have explained you in this question. So and there is no one right answer. There can be multiple answers of this question. So one such is, I have written 3 plus -7 gives me -4. Also -11 plus, so what should I add in -11 so that I can get -4? So I will I will do 11 minus plus 7, so that -11 plus 7 will also give me -4. So again, I'm taking one negative integer, one positive integer, and I'm getting -4 as an answer. So similarly, there can be many numbers which you add one positive and one negative number so that you get -4 as an answer. Now, the another catch is, you can also get the -4 as an answer when you do -2 plus -2, right? Because both are negative, both are negative integers, and because they have minus sign, if you add them, you will get -4 as an answer. -1 plus -3 will also give you -4 answer. But these answer I will not accept, because it is clearly written that you have to find one positive and one negative integers, such that when you add them, you get -4 as an answer. Okay. So if this is clear, let's go to the next question, which is, you have to find one positive and negative integer whose difference means subtraction, guys, whose difference is -2. So difference is my subtraction. So they are saying a minus of b should be -2, and in this one has to be a positive number, one has to be a negative number. Now, smart thing to solve this question is, you make a as, you guys, 1 minute, I'll just stop sharing. Yes, now I'll share the screen again. Just wanted to check if everything is happening all right. Yeah. So one smart thing to do here is, if I take a here, I can take a negative number, so as to avoid the complexity of getting b as a negative number. So I'm thinking of taking a as negative number and b as positive number. So how will I get -1? So if I take a -1 and b as 1, I get -2 as an answer. So how, see, -1 minus of 1, so minus minus same sign, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, and -2 is an answer. So the easiest way you could have done is, assumed a as negative number, b as positive number, take a minus 1, b is equals to 1. Again, it can have multiple answers. One of the easiest answer which you could have find is this, where a is -1 and b is 1. And that's how you can think about this question. Okay. So I have explained you question number 7th also. Let's move to question number 8th. Question number 8th. -2 into what I should multiply so that I get +14? The answer is -7. Why minus? Because minus into minus will give me plus in the answer, and 7 2s are 14. Now let's see B part. B part is into minus 8 is equals to 32. Now if I want 32 as an answer, what I should get multiply with minus 8. So my answer will be 8 fours are 32, I know. So my answer will be minus 4. Why minus 4? Because minus into minus will give me plus, and 8 fours are will give me 32. That's why I chose. So first answer is minus 7. Second answer is minus 4. Now let's see the C part, which is 20 divided by what number will get minus 2. So my answer has negative sign. My one operand is 20, so my second has to be a negative number, because plus divided by minus will give me minus. Now what should I multiply 20 with so that I can get 2? So what should I divide the 20 with so that I can get 2? So it should be 10, because minus 10, because 10 into 2 will give me 20, and because if I write 10, then only I will get 20 in the answer. So 20 here. So if I divide 20 by 10, so I'll get 2 answer. Again, why minus 10? Because plus divided by minus will give me minus. Now let's see the D part. So D part tells me that this divided by 4 should give me minus 3. Okay. So what number I should write here so that I get minus 3 as an answer? So 4 threes are, I know 4 into 3 you will get 24. So I'll get 24 here, short. But what sign I should get? I should have minus sign in the dividend. Why? Because one operand has to be minus. My dividend has to be minus to get minus 3 as an answer, because minus divided by plus will give me minus an answer. Okay, so my answer will be minus 24. I hope you have understood this. Now let's move to the question number 9th. Wait. Yes. So, question number 9. Now, what question number 9 says? Suppose we represent the distance above the ground as positive. So, this is the ground, and they are saying this is a positive distance, and the below the ground is negative. So, they are saying this is a negative distance. The okay. The answer the following. So there is a first question. Let's see what is given in this. An elevator descends into the mine shaft. Descends means going down. Okay. So elevator, and elevator means a lift. So I'm going to represent this in through a diagram. So an elevator is going down at the rate of 5 meter per minute. So 5 meter per minute it is going down. What will be the position after 1 hour? Okay, and if it begins to, okay, and also I know in the second part what is given, that the descent happens from 15 meter above the ground. Okay, it is 15 meter above the ground. So I know that already what is its starting position? Plus 15 meter. Okay, and it is going down at 5 meter per minute speed, and they are asking me what will be its position after 1 hour. So what do you have to find? Its position after 1 hour. After 1 hour, right? So 1 hour has how many minutes? It has 60 minutes, right? So 1 minute, how many meter it is going? 5 meter. In 60 minutes, how many meter it will go? 60 into 5, which is 6 fives are 45, 450 meter. But down, because it is going down, that's why it will be minus 450 meter, right? Because it is going down. So I'm going to travel in the negative direction. So I'm going to have minus 450 meter. So what will be my distance after 1 hour? 15 plus minus of 450, which will be minus 435 meter. So after 15 minutes, it will be at minus 435 meter. Okay, and similarly, you have to do the B question where it is asking for you what will be its position after 45 minutes. Okay, cool. Now let's see the 10th question quickly. Or wait, I'll just give you the answer for second question also. Ninth question B part. What will be the answer? So its starting position is 15 meter, and I have to find the position after 45 minutes, right? So 1 minute, how many distance it is covering? 5 meter per minute. 5 meter. So in 45 minutes, it will cover 45 into 5, which will be 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 20, 22, which is 225 meters. So, and it will be negative because it's going down in the negative direction. So, my answer will be minus 225 plus 15 because this is the position from where it is starting. So my answer will be minus 205 meter. Okay. That is the answer of B part. Now let's quickly solve the 10th question. That is our last question. What is the 10th question telling me? So 10th question is, who write two parts of integers a, b such that a divided by b is minus 5. So you have to find two pair of integers a and b such that when you divide them you get minus 5. Again, there can be many answers to this. One such answer which you can find is like 20 divided by 4, right? 4 5s are 20. So I get 5 as an answer and make 1 as negative because my answer is minus 5. What do you get in answer? You want answer as minus 5. So make one of the A, either A or B as negative, and one should be positive. So since how you can solve this question, you know the answer is minus 5. So your answer has negative sign. So either so your one of the integer has to be positive and another has to be negative, right? So one has to be positive, another has to be negative, because positive divided by negative or negative divided by positive will give me negative as an answer, right? So from A and B, any of them, one has to be positive and one has to be negative. So you just have to find all those pairs such that you get minus 5 as an answer. One such pair is minus 20 divided by 4. Another pair is 30 divided by 6 minus 30 divided by 6, or you can say 30 divided by minus 6, or you can say 20 divided by minus 4. All these are right answers, and there can be multiple answers to this. Okay, so guys, this is done. I have explained you, I have given you all the answers of the test. Regarding definition of integers, that I will give you in the class. What is the definition of integers? Okay, bye, thank you, hope you